10 wrestling moves that almost paralyzed the WWE wrestler. That's what we're checking out today. Disclaimer, if this is your first time watching me, I do like to pause a lot. I like to get a whole lot out of looking at these videos and really taking in and interacting with the content. So if you want to see it without me doing all of that and you want to support the original creator, go ahead and click the top link in the description if you would like to react to content with me and the flock live on Twitch. Well, there's a link at the bottom of the description. We also got a free Patreon with free bonus content that I can't upload to YouTube, so you can go looking for that link as well. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
10 WWE moves that nearly paralyzed. Number 10, the Wasteland. Now on paper, the Wasteland is one of the simplest wrestling moves there is. In fact, the move often received criticism for looking too weak upon execution, and when Wade Barrett switched to the bullhammer elbow, fans were delighted, as Wasteland just wasn't popular as a move. With that being said, the move should be easy to execute safely. However, when Barrett performed the move on super heavyweight Mark Henry, tragedy almost struck live on Raw. Barrett just couldn't get Henry in a correct position, and Barrett almost injured his spine doing the move.
Almost. This motherfucker got a hernia and a half, bro. It's done. Like it out. Why would you even try that? You trying to look cool? Hell nah. Nope. We gonna do a Samoan drop. That's what we doing. I'm not doing all that flipping over my head. I'm not throwing a statue of chocolate on the floor. You feeling romantical, he said. I heard him. You heard him. Kiss him on his hot mouth.
The former Intercontinental Champion reflected on the infamous spot during an interview with Ace Odds. We tried it during the day, it worked pretty well, and then we tried it in the match and it did not work well, he said, admitting it was almost disastrous. I almost broke my spine. I landed Mark on top of his head and he was very upset with me afterwards. And this was on live TV, getting beamed around the world. Is it the new guy coming in to try and make himself good with the world of wrestling in the locker room, and veterans like Mark Henry and I came in and dropped him on his head, he said? So yeah, very embarrassing. Now both Barrett and Henry were okay, but the spot acted as a sinister reminder that there's a difference between doing a move safely in a rehearsal and doing the move 10 minutes into a featured matchup. Number 9, the Shaker Height Spike. Now if a wrestling move receives audible concern from the...
Oh, hell no. What are we doing? Daniel Bryan wouldn't have been satisfied until his neck was done. There's no way you're still playing with your neck like this, bro. There's no way. There's no way.
Fans, then it's highly likely that that move is very unsafe. The Beverly Brothers used a move known as the Shaker Height Spike, and the interesting thing about the move is that it was usually only performed on enhancement talent. Fans as well as numerous wrestling personalities have theorized that due to the dangers of the move, the only names that were going to take the move were those who had no choice in the matter. In one particular match, the move went horribly wrong, and it looked like the...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's not good, man. Nah, dude. What the hell?
Those who had no choice in the matter. In one particular match, the move went horribly wrong, and it looked like the poor enhancement talent broke their neck. It's hard to look at, and mainly because the brothers show a disturbing lack of remorse, and it was as if they didn't remotely care that they had
Dude, that's not right. Oh my goodness.
Potentially had a hand in injuring their opponent for real and almost paralyzing them. Number 8, Doomsday Device. The Doomsday Device is an iconic move in wrestling, yet there are obvious risk factors in taking a move of this nature. The wrestler taking the move must basically fall backwards and hope that they don't land on their neck. For Henry O. Godwin in 1997, he had a truly traumatizing landing. When he took the move, Godwin would land on his head and he instantly cracked his C7 vertebrae. Godwin was advised...
Oof. That's a big dude to be flipping like that too. It's such a simple looking move, right? But damn.
By doctors to rest for 15 weeks but return to the ring in less than 8 weeks, which was unfortunately a trend at the time, as wrestlers would rush back before they were medically ready, hoping that their place on the card had not diminished. Number 7, Chris Benoit's horrific landing. One of the top matches on the 2003 No Mercy pay-per-view saw Chris Benoit take on A-Train. One of the key scripted spots in the match was supposed to see Benoit receive a gorilla press from A-Train onto a chair.
Rage, thank you for the
Unfortunately,
follow.
this spot went horribly wrong. As A-Train was about to press Benoit, he lost his grip, and this meant that Benoit came crashing down headfirst onto the steel chair. The worst thing about
Oh, wow. Dude. He fell in slow motion, basically. Damn. Saw this shit coming.
grip, and this meant that Benoit came crashing down headfirst onto the steel chair. The worst thing about this was that it was apparent that Benoit was in agony. Benoit wasn't selling. His pain was legitimate and agonizing. If this type of botch happened in today's WWE, then it's likely that the match would have been stopped. A ton of research has been done into CTE and head trauma, and an incident of this nature would require immediate medical checks to make sure that that wrestler was safe to continue. Number 6, Tiger Driver 91. The Tiger Driver is a move that is commonly used outside of WWE, yet when the move was first delivered, it was done by complete accident, and there was initial concern that that wrestler taking the move had been seriously hurt. Mitsuhara Misawa was a man often cited as being responsible for the move, and the story goes that Misawa attempted a powerbomb and the move was botched, and this led to his opponent landing horribly on their head. Due to his opponent somehow being perfectly fine and the move receiving a positive reaction from the audience, the move just seemed to stick around, and over time, it became a commonly used move in professional wrestling. Number 5, the Jackknife Powerbomb. Performing a powerbomb on a smaller opponent should be relatively easy for a wrestler such as Kevin Nash. However, when Nash was tasked with hitting his trademark powerbomb on the Giant, aka the Big Show at the 98 sold-out pay-per-view, everything went wrong. At first, it looked like Nash was going to be able to get the Giant up. However, during the final few seconds, he dropped the Giant on his head. This was the single most terrifying moment in the history of WCW, and it was great.
Fuck that, man. That's a big dude. How you doing, Rage? Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome, welcome. I'm hanging out for a long time today. This would be the day to catch.
Concerned that the Giant had broken his neck live on pay-per-view. Thankfully, the Giant was okay and he was able to wrestle again. And in typical WCW fashion, WCW decided to turn the botch into an angle and run with the idea that Nash broke the Giant's neck. Number 4, the leg drop. Now, Hulk Hogan made a career out of dropping his devastating leg drop, yet Hogan has admitted that he regrets picking the leg drop as his primary finishing move, as doing the move thousands of times over the years has led to irreversible damage on his back. According to WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle on his podcast, Hogan has had the nerves cut from his lower body and he can't feel anything down below. Hogan had his back surgery again. He had the nerves cut from his lower body. He uses a cane to walk around. I thought he was using a cane because he has pain in his back. He doesn't have any pain. He has nothing at all. He can't feel anything. So now he can't feel his legs, so he has to walk with a cane. That's pretty serious, man. I mean, I really feel for Hogan. He's put his heart and soul into the business, and it ate him up. Let's just say the chances of Hogan ever taking a bump again are extremely slim. Number 3, the Tombstone. When The Undertaker first arrived in WWE, he had issues making sure wrestlers were comfortable taking the Tombstone piledriver. The move looked like it was spiking wrestlers on their head.
I would be exceptionally scared to take this move from anyone other than Undertaker. I think you gotta be like a certain height to even attempt this shit, right? Like, please chill. Alright, top inquiry, top question. Which of these moves so far would you be the most comfortable taking? Yeah, like, if they're tall enough, the worst case scenario is there's gonna be dick in your face. Like, that's it. It's gonna be dick in your face. That's fine. Whatever. I never thought about that, Ghidorah. That is kind of weird, huh? My man just fucked himself up sitting down. Hold on, wait a minute. Charlie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, I would trust Taker. I would definitely fuck with him, though. Ah, you got me, brother. You got me.
And when the dead man did the move against Mario Mancini, it looked like Mancini had been legitimately injured in the middle of the ring. When The Undertaker performed the move against Coco Beware at the Survivor Series pay-per-view in 1990, it looked incredibly stiff. When Taker came back through the curtain, Beware would claim that Undertaker had hurt his neck. The legendary dead man added some...
Oh yeah, that one looked bad. That one was like his body actually fucking reacted to the impact. Holy shit, that's bad. His head's too low. His head way too low, right? It's over like he's over his knees, but I don't know if he slipped or what.
Claimed that Undertaker had hurt his neck. The legendary dead man added some great insight into this story on his podcast, and he stated that he thought that he and Beware were going to come to physical blows. The very first tombstone that I give is to Coco. I give him the tombstone 1, 2, 3, and he's out. We get backstage and Coco gets me in the hallway and he's giving me the riot act, saying if somebody gives you their body, you gotta be able to protect them. You hurt my neck. I said, Coco, if I hurt you, I am sorry. I really pride myself on being safe and taking care of the guys I'm working with. He kept going, he was pissed. And to the point where I'd apologized all I could apologize for, and that's when I said, I've apologized as much as I know how to. If you're not gonna accept that, then maybe we need to go out in the parking lot and figure this out. The Undertaker would adjust the tombstone in later months, and by the time the dead man retired in 2020, he was well established as being one of the safest wrestlers on the entire WWE roster. Number 2, the...
It just camera cuts to Maven getting fucking blasted with the steel chair. It's one of the safest guys on the roster. Bang, CTE right there.
Banzai drop. But whilst Yokozuna was usually safe with his opponents in the ring, he was also...
Oh, that's a big boy. Yeah, that's a big boy. I don't know if I want to take that. Who's getting paralyzed for this? Yeah, it's probably the person taking it. That's a lot. That's a lot of man. It's a lot of mass right there. It's a lot of mana.
Also prone to putting a little too much force into his finishing move, the Banzai drop. If Yokozuna wrestled someone he didn't like or an enhancement talent, he would often make the move look like he was trying to legitimately injure his opponent. Take for instance when he wrestled jobber Dan Dubiel on an episode of Raw in early 1994. When Yokozuna performed the Banzai drop, Yoko came down on him with all his full weight. To make matters worse,
Yoko. Dude. There was no knee work or nothing. That's just all ass. Yo, he just dropped the dumpy on it. Yo. My God. Yeah, Wagon's in the chat. Yams in the chat. Yeah, that's crazy. That's... The city on his fire from top. He don't even got like lungs no more. That's just his flat. I would be like, I don't even know if you could cry. You just gotta accept, like, you're just the stain underneath the wagon mouth. You're a skid mark, bro. Alright, we're gonna watch that one more time from the top. Because I don't think we realized how much of the donkey was on there. Yeah, he definitely became a titty guy after this.
Yokozuna performed the Banzai drop. Yoko came down on him with all his full weight. To make matters worse,
that wasn't like a cell. That wasn't the ring. Bro really got sat on and his neck was like... Oh, nah. Oh, man. Bro, you just smelling Yokozuna. Like, bro, that's fucked up.
To make matters worse, the referee had to inform Yokozuna that now was the time to get off the poor jobber. Dubiel looked like he was paralyzed in the middle of the ring, but thankfully he was okay, and he continued to wrestle for WWE during that week's TV tapings. And number 1, the original Pedigree.
The one
The
that
Pedigree is
killed
one of the
Daffy?
most
What?
famous moves in wrestling, and for it to work safely, Triple H or any wrestler giving the move must allow the wrestler to land flat thanks to a front face bump. For a wrestler to land in this way, the wrestler giving the move usually has to let go of their opponent's arms, and this means that the wrestler can then support themselves and land safely down on the mat. Well, when Triple H first did the Pedigree on TV, he kept a hold of his opponent's arms, and when he hit it on the enhancement talent named Marty Garner, Garner managed to get spiked head first right into the mat. The landing was horrible.
No, man. Oh, fuck that. Ugh. That's kind of what happens with the Styles class to people sometimes, right? Like if they tuck their chins, they just cook themselves. AJ is so good at doing it. He can protect them if he sees they fucked up, but I think you're just taught to fucking tuck your chin. That's a weird move to be taken, bro. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Horrible, and Garner managed to get spiked head first right into the mat. The landing was horrible, and if Garner was hurt, then it's possible that the move could have been completely banned in WWE. According to Garner, during an interview on In the Weeds, he had genuinely zero idea what the Pedigree was, and this impacted the way he took the move. Hunter was new there, and I was new there. I didn't want to tell him that I didn't know what the Pedigree was. I had no idea what the Pedigree was. When he said, "Are you good with taking the Pedigree?" I said, "Oh yeah, sure, man." When he locked me into it, it felt like it'd be a powerbomb because he was putting my head between his legs.
See, this is what happens when you fucking accept the terms and conditions and all them apps shall be down. Are you sure you gonna take the Pedigree? Motherfucker said, yeah, sure, man, yeah. Yeah. You don't even know what that is. Page 7? They said someone's gonna come to your bed on your 32nd birthday and tickle your butthole with the fucking quill. You didn't realize you signed that. Did your 32nd birthday pass? You don't remember. You wanna know why? They handled that. Congratulations, you signed it.
Legs. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kick hard. I didn't think it was a pile driver, but I didn't know what it was. I should have probably asked, looking back. Garner went on to say that the game was concerned for his welfare, but Garner has admitted that he's responsible for the move going so poorly. But there you have it, folks. 10 WWE moves that nearly paralyzed an opponent. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
I feel like if you could find a way to do that version of the Pedigree, like on purpose, but like a safe way, like, like you kind of just gimmick it, that could be a hot, like, to write you off TV version. Like, that's the, oh, shit. Really spooky, man. We always talk about, like, how dangerous some of the most simple moves are. Like, how the little shit looks like it'll take you up, but, like, man. I am not a fan of people getting cooked, like, all the way. Right? Like, I don't want to wish no harm on nobody, man. Well, was that in the terms and conditions? I'm not tickling buttholes with the quill. I'm mad you asked me that on an actual video going on the channel. Come on, man. If you guys enjoyed the content, please check out the original uploader. They have the prestigious spot in the top of my description. Okay, click that top link. Go ahead, hang out with me and the flock here on Twitch. At the bottom link, we're cool. We do stuff. We're birds. They're cool birds. I'm a bird too. I'm a bird in a leather jacket. I'm a bird bitch. Thank you so much to those of you that have made it over to the Patreon. I appreciate you.
I'm still hungry.